Welcome to day 5. A thought for you this morning. Your art practice is a vital form of resistance against disconnection and despair. It declares that beauty persists, that wonder remains possible, and that creativity matters. Each mindful mark you make is an investment in your own resilience and in our collective healing. This is how we keep hope alive, one sketch at a time. It's all about connection, baby. All right, enjoy your video today.
Looking at all of the shapes. Okay, there we go. The basic shapes. Now let's look at adding some value and tightening up some of the details that we see. So I'm going to go straight into the eye. We see just a small amount of her iris. A lot of it is in shadow. There is a little catch light though. And then we see the light stripe under her eye. And along here is a little darker. So she's going to have value all over, yeah, but I'm trying to establish where some of the really more noticeably dark areas are. So this eyebrow, and then the way that the anatomy is rounded around the brow. Think about how the nose is a round element. And how can you use your pencil to portray that? Let's make some rounded strokes rather than flat ones. This eye. You can see a little bit of the light above. I'm thinking about the way that the fur moves around. Look how dark the edge of this ear is. You really see that patterning on there. Now that gorgeous girl. All right, there is roundedness of form here too, so let's use the roundedness of pencil stroke to describe that. Comes back in here, darker. We've got all of the dots of the whiskers there. We've got a very light part around the edge of the nostril. There goes Cocky, very upset that I didn't come out. He comes multiple times a day just to check if I've put any more seed to give me a call and hope that I might come out, but he knows that it's very unlikely that I'll give him any extra. I try and only give them seed in the morning and night so they're not too reliant on it. But hey, the points for trying, right? I certainly find, particularly with big mammals like this, that once I start adding value down, their shapes resolve. And what do I mean by that? I mean that I feel less itchy and scratchy and stretchy about what lines I have down, as though, you know, they may be wrong. Sometimes they'll look a little bit off, but once I start adding value, they seem okay. So if you find the same thing happening to you, that's just part of that process, right? So look at her compared to her sister. It seems kind of surreal that you can go from these little shapes to becoming more three-dimensional simply by adding some value down. Midtones, darks, leaving spaces for lights, but also thinking about roundedness of form. I need to move this just this way a little bit. Define where the darkness is in this ear, but it's kind of nice that it's moving into the walls. It can kind of just fade away into them. You can maybe soften the border between the two a little bit. And again, it's done this way. Let's get some of that fur separation, I guess, by using a few different pencil marks. A little darker under the chin. Some of the markings on her where the darker fur is. She's got the whisker markings. Let's give her a few whiskers too. When it comes to whiskers, just try and not overthink it a little too much. Just sort of go with it. As soon as you slow right down and get really particular about don't like how far I've come down with this, so I'm going to bring that up just a little bit. That feels better. So it's just going to be some touch-up details now, where I want to go a little bit darker. I'm loving the connection between these two. There's so much serenity there, just gentle, in place, right here, right now, present, no expectations, just being. What a gift to witness, just this moment in time. Okay, I think I'm going to call those done. What I might actually do before I say that is lift up some of this line that I have around the chin so that I can soften the texture around it. Not quite so hard a line. I'm feeling very drawn to continue with them. I'm really enjoying this conversation that they have, that I get to witness. How much beauty there is in that. All right, dear ones. I hope this brought you peace and connection too. All right, see you next one.